Hello all and welcome back to my channel. I am Paige and this week we are playing with resin for our craft. A while ago I bought these printed foils that are meant to go in resin from an Etsy seller. I will link them in the description box below, but they had this very gorgeous big one that I've been trying to decide what to do with it, and I think I want to turn this into a giant coaster for work. It's going to have some galaxy colors. I'm really excited to be playing with resin again. So if you're interested in seeing how it turns out, please continue watching. Here is our mold. It's just a regular old circle cake pan. It's 6 inches in diameter. And here is the gorgeous foil we're going to be using. It takes up pretty much the entire circle. So this is going to be a majority of the coaster. And as you can see, she's kind of facing away. So when we put the foil face down, it'll look like she's kind of gazing off. So I want to put the foil in first, and then we'll end up doing the background afterwards, and we'll kind of make it look all galaxy-like, you know, like she's gazing into space. I'm gonna mix up some resin. This is just gonna be a thin, clear layer of resin that I will gently push this foil down into, making sure there are no air bubbles, and we're gonna let that layer cure. And for those who might be unfamiliar with what I am doing or have never seen foils before, you are meant to trim as close as you possibly can to the edge of this design. Yes, it is clear and it will end up becoming transparent when you put it in the resin, but it's best to trim off what is unnecessary. And then I like to place one end down and then slowly place it into the resin, and then I'll use my little mixing stick to make sure it's nice and pressed down, and that way we won't end up with any bubbles trapped underneath our foil. Our first layer is cured, and now onto our next layer, which also happens to be a layer of clear resin. But then I'm going to be taking these gold gilding flakes and just kind of sprinkling them on the top, which will actually add some depth. And when we remove this, it'll look like the stars are farther away. Our second layer is cured, and I'm a little sad because a lot of the gold flakes actually migrated towards the center, so our stars aren't as evenly spread out, but whatever. Now our next layer is going to be the galaxy background, so I have just clear resin mixed up, and I'm going to add some alcohol inks to there. I've got blues, I've got some purple and some reddish purples, and we're going to kind of swirl it up to make that background. All of our resin is cured. Sorry for the setup, I was feeling particularly lazy, but our coaster is finished. And as soon as I pulled it out of the mold, I dropped it on the floor. But all is well. I really wish that the gold flakes would have been a bit more spread out. And actually, there are quite a few places where the flakes I put in are so small, it just kind of looks like a lot of dust. But here's what our finished piece looks like. See, as she's kind of gazing off into space. And it's not too terribly thick, so I think this came out as an awesome coaster that I can use at work. So here are some shots of this out in the natural light. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed the craft, and if you did, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I usually post videos on Fridays. And in the description box below, I link all of my social media and put a list of everything that I used in this week's video. Happy holidays, and I'll see you guys all for the next one.